Hello, I'm Pintun from OdissaTV.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. For the first time in Odisha, the State Finance Department decides to seek public opinion before preparing budget for ensuing financial year. Union Tribal Affairs Minister Jewel Oram drops bombshell saying Odisha government should thank the centre for letting itself off the hook in CBI probe in cheat fund and mine scams. Senior IAS officer Devraj Mishra lands in fresh trouble after centre seeks report from state government about his role in regularization of consolidated teaching staff in Utkal University. 6 corporators of Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation whose names figured in the NFSA list apply for online cancellation of their ration cards. And Odisha government decides to implement e-prison system in 91 jails across state. Submits project report to the union government. Now the details. In the first initiative of its kind in the history of Odisha, the State Finance Department has decided to seek public opinion before preparing the budget for the ensuing financial year. This was announced by the Finance Minister Pradeep Amat on Friday in Bhubaneswar. Speaking to media persons, Amat said programs are being launched to invite suggestions from the public through website and mobile phones prior to budget preparation for this fiscal. The Finance Department has developed a web page budget.odisha.gov.in where suggestions can be submitted in a structured format for preparation of annual budget 2016-17. Besides, suggestions can be sent via email to odisha.budget@gov.in. Similarly, suggestions can be sent through SMS to mobile number 9438161111. This facility will be available for a fortnight beginning from January 1, 2016. The Finance Minister further stated the department's target this year will be to increase the scope for revenue collection and augment the state's revenue. As earlier, the government's focus will be on undertaking programs for judicious spending of budget allocations. Besides, efforts will be made for completion of pending infrastructure work in the state, Amat added.
अर्थ विभाग चलित वर्ष राजस्व संग्रह परिसर को संप्रसारण और राजस्व वृद्धि करने लक्ष्य धार्य रखी एवं बजेट प्रिपेरेशन समय आम ओडिशार जनसाधारण को वेबसाइट एवं मोबाइल माध्यम समस्त को तांकर मतामत दवाई कार्यक्रम ग्रहण करिछु जार फल साधारण जनता ओडिशार से माने पार्टिसिपेट करिवे in preparation of the annual budget.
Union Tribal Affairs Minister Jewel Oram on Friday dropped a bombshell saying the Odisha government should thank the union for letting itself off the hook in the CBI probe in the cheat fund and mine scams in the state. Speaking to OTV, Oram stated the centre let them off the hook in those scams. Otherwise, the state government would have been finished by the CBI. The union minister added the probe into the scams has slowed down. Replying to a query, Oram said they have not been let off, but the pace of the investigation has certainly slowed down. Everyone knows this. On the reasons behind the slowdown in the CBI investigation, Oram said this is a technical question and cannot be answered on TV. This explosive statement of Oram lends credence to what has so far been in the realm of speculation, a deal between the BJD and the BJP. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, it may be noted, had racked up the issue of the go slow in the cheat fund scam probe and hinted at such a deal during the farmers' rallies in Bargad last September. Refuting the charges, BJD spokesperson Pratap Dev said, the union minister's statement is completely childish and baseless. As per him, everything has been stolen and they will help locate them. He should stop this hide and seek game.
केंद्र सरकार चिट फंड रे माइनिंग इश्यू रे विभिन्न इश्यू रे तांको छाड़ी देछि से धन्यवाद देवा कथा आ वर्तमान सुधा न सीबीआई द्वारा सफा हो जावा कथा गो स्लो होइछि के बाद धीरे धीरे काम चालुछि मते लागुछि छाड़ी नांती किंतु तथापि जेतकी स्पीड रे चलिया कथा तारु कम स्पीड रे तो चलीछि ए कथा तो समस्त जानिचंते नहीं एटा आपण जो प्रश्न पचारले ए प्रश्न एटा टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन अछि ए क्वेश्चन रे एठी उत्तर देई हबनी
माननीय केंद्र मंत्री जो जुक्ति रखुचंदी बा जो आलोचना करछन एटा आदौ समुचित नुह बे संपूर्ण हार बाचालाम बोली मु कहिबी एवं ए जो लुचकाली खेल आमे सब धरिदेबू सब चोरी कर नहीं आमे धरिदेबू बर्तमान ना आमे साहाय्य करूचु ये सब लुचकाली खेल कहया कथा बंद करंतु
Senior IAS officer and former collector of Balangir district Debraj Misra, who is currently lodged in jail in connection with a recruitment scam, is once again in trouble after Centre sought a report from the state government about Misra's role in the regularization of some teaching staff in Utkal University. Under direction from the Centre, the Odisha General Administration Department has sought clarification from the Higher Education Department on the matter. It was alleged that in 2009, during Deputy Secretary to Governor, Misra, misusing his power, had recommended the then Vice Chancellor of the Varsity to regularize jobs of 16 consolidated teachers. In its letter dated 28 December 2015, the GA Department has asked the Principal Secretary of Higher Education Department to reply on the matter. Earlier on 22nd September 2014 and 2nd June 2015, acting on a complaint made by one Dwarikanath Mansingh of Puri, the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions had asked the state government seeking to reply on the issue. In his complaint, Mansingh stated that grave irregularities were made in the regularization and promotion of consolidated teachers.
डेप्यूटी सेक्रेटरी गवर्नर करथिले विदाउट गवर्नमेंट अप्रूवल फाइनल डिपार्ट अप्रूवल 16 जन को से रेगुलर कर देछंती यूनिवर्सिटी माने उत्कल यूनिवर्सिटी देवराज मिश्रा जो जन आईएएस अफसर है कि बर्तमान कौन केलेंकारी करते सस्पेंड हो जानते यही प्रकार केलेंकारी करी विदाउट अप्रूवल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट और फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट सी कौन कर निजे निजे ऑर्डर करके रेगुलर ऑर्डर कर गवर्नर हाउस गवर्नर पावर देखे करदेले कैपेसिटी ऑफ गवर्नर हाउस तेणु भय करके कहले
6 corporators of Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation, whose names figured in the NFSA list, have applied for online cancellation of their ration cards, said Mayor Anantanaran Jena. The corporators' move came after the information of a special probe committee, Jena said. Former Deputy Mayor and Corporator Varati Singh allegedly received the ration card under the centrally sponsored scheme. Other names in the list came to fore after an inquiry committee headed by a deputy commissioner was formed to look into allegations about irregularities in the list. The 6 corporators who have applied for cancellation of their cards are Samir Pradhan, Ward number 15, Bharati Singh, Ward number 16, Premananda Behra, Ward number 21, Basanti Singh, Ward number 20, Hare Krishna Naik, Ward number 22, and Junibala Dei, Ward number 26. However, the inquiry into the alleged irregularities will continue, Mayor Jena pointed out.
जो 6 जन को नार थेला सेमानकर जनकर पुओ ताकर कठला ताको बापा नार जला जे हरकृष्ण नायक ना रेंटल समीर प्रधान मध्य ताको मां के से कार्ड रिसीव करले से मध्य खाली ताकर ऑनलाइन कैंसिलेशन दे कार्ड मध्य रिटर्न करछन हरकृष्ण नायक पुओ मध्य रिटर्न करछन आ बाकी सालेसर जो 4टा कार्ड रो आपनकर ब्रह्मानंद जेना भारती सिंह बासंती सिंह झुनवाड़ा दे ये 4 जन का मध्य खाली ताकर ऑनलाइन मध्य कैंसिलेशन कर दैछन्ती और कार्ड मध्य रिटर्न करछन्ती.
In a face-saving measure, the Odisha government, already hit by a major ration card scam in the state, cancelled ration cards of 1,420 ineligible persons in Baleshwar district on Friday. With the number of ineligible persons in the NFSA beneficiary list reportedly rising in other districts also, the respective administrations are likely to follow suit, officials said. Yesterday, the Baleshwar district administration had cancelled 538 ration cards, which after verification were found to have been issued to ineligible persons. Today, the figure rose to 1,420 after discrepancies were noticed in the distribution system, an official stated. Meanwhile, the Odisha government, in a move aimed at avoiding the kind of embarrassment it faced after Cuttack Municipal Corporation Mayor Anita Behera had to resign in disgrace following revelations about her name figuring in the list, has given all ineligible beneficiaries 15 days time to withdraw voluntarily from the NFSA list. On the other hand, incensed over the ration card controversy, a classic case of the rich enjoying benefits meant for the poor, irate people hit the roads in some parts of the state. The villagers of Manigaon under Patrapada Gram Panchayat in Muniguda block of Rayagada district on Friday locked up the GP office protesting the irregularities in the enlisting beneficiaries. The villagers of Manigaon under Patrapada Gram Panchayat in Muniguda block of Rayagada district on Friday locked up the GP office protesting the irregularities in the enlisting of beneficiaries. Similarly, a mass rally and a demonstration was organized in Keonjhar protesting the inclusion of Jilla Parishad Vice Chairman Jagannath Singh's name in the beneficiary list. In Suliapata block of Mayurbhanj district, an irate mob burnt the effigy of district administration officials to vent their ire. The government has distributed digitized ration cards to 95 lakh households, covering around 3.26 crore people, around 78% of the state's 4.2 crore population. Tata Steel's Kalinganagar plant in Jajpur district will be fully operational by March 2016, informed Tata Steel Managing Director, India and Southeast Asia, TV Narendran in Jamshedpur on Friday. The sinter plant is already operational and the blast furnace will come on stream soon. The steel plant will become operational in the next 10 to 15 days, he said. It may be recalled that Chief Minister Navin Patnaik had dedicated Tata Steel's Kalinganagar steel plant to the nation on November 18. The steel plant, the largest single-location steel project in the country, would produce flat, lighter, high-tensile strength steel for heavy industry sectors like shipbuilding, defense equipment, energy and power, infrastructure building, aviation and lifting and excavation in the first phase. Sharing his outlook on the steel sector, Narendran said the government's focus on infrastructure and urbanization would boost the demand for steel, which is currently low in the country. India has the capability to grow by 7 to 8% and the demand for steel in the country is poised to grow as the market demand is positive due to government initiatives to invest in infrastructure, airport, road and urbanization plans like smart cities, Narendran added. However, he admitted that the steel sector is in doldrums across the globe, including China, and the situation has come to such an extent that many companies in the sector across the world are unable to pay salaries to their employees, while most others are losing money.
एक एक करके अभी कोक प्लांट शुरू है, सिंटर प्लांट शुरू है, एंड ऑफ जनवरी फरवरी में ब्लास्ट फर्नेस शुरू होगा, उसके बाद 15-20 दिन के बाद स्टील प्लांट शुरू होगा। माल बिकने में तकलीफ नहीं था क्योंकि हम लोग का अच्छा रिलेशनशिप है कस्टमर्स के साथ, हम लोग का अच्छा ब्रांड है, अच्छा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नेटवर्क है, तो उम्मीद है कि जो प्रोडक्शन होगा वो तो जरूर हम लोग सेल करेगा और अभी आने वाले दिनों में प्रोडक्शन चालू होगा।
In a bid to bring prison reforms, the Odisha government has decided to implement e-prison system in 91 jails across the state and has submitted a project report regarding this to the union government. As per the project report, video conferencing system will be set up at 50 jails. Elaborating about the plans, ADG Prison ASM Narvani stated, I can also keep a track on any prisoner through the e-prison system. Besides, all the details will be recorded and available online. Under the new system, criminal records of a prisoner, health information and treatment details will be put on the related website. Similarly, whether a prisoner was granted conditional bail or has gone on parole will be mentioned online. Relatives of a prisoner will have to take appointment online to meet the person in jails. As per the e-prison system, biometric fingerprint will be taken of the prisoners during entry and exit. Sources said the e-prison system will be implemented within a year of getting an approval from the union government. Commissionerate Police on Friday arrested 2 inmates of the de-addiction center Prayas, situated at Naharkanta on the outskirts of the city, for allegedly killing its councillor cum caretaker Sumit Behera. One of the accused was arrested from Cuttack while the other was caught from Balesur, police said. Police, who suspect the involvement of at least 6 persons in the crime, are continuing with raids at different locations to nab others. 20-year-old councillor Sumit Behera had to pay with his life for resisting escape attempts of a group of high-strung addicts from the de-addiction center on December 29. Behera, who had been working as caretaker and counsellor at the center for the last 3 years, was tied up and battered mercilessly before being strangulated to death by a group of inmates who had hatched a plan to escape from the center. Another staff of the de-addiction center was also beaten up and tied up, even as 36 inmates snatched the keys and made away. The gruesome killing appears to have been carried out by around 6 addicts, while the complicity of others is being investigated, police said. As 2016 sets in with celebrations among people cutting across class and political affiliations, the 3 major political parties in Odisha, BJD, BJP, Congress, will definitely face an uphill task in facing the challenges ahead in the new year. For BJD, smooth completion of the organizational poll will be the first and foremost challenge in 2016. As some rift had come to the fore during the BJD's 10-day Jan Sampark Padayatra last October, the party would leave no stone unturned to ensure that the organizational polls, which will be held in 5 phases, pass off without any hitch. Sources said the ruling party will completely restructure its students, youths and women's wings this year. Besides, the BJD leadership will have to think hard while choosing its candidate for the 3 Rajya Sabha seats for which elections should be held this year. Notably, the tenure of 2 BJD MPs and 1 independent in the upper house will be over in 2016. Meanwhile, opposition Congress will face a tough task in resolving its infighting. At this juncture, the grand old party will have to do some serious brainstorming to chalk out plans for the Panchayat elections in 2017, which is being seen as a semi-final for the party before the assembly elections in 2019. BJP too will face a tough challenge in 2016 in electing its state president on consensus. As the party has planned to present a new team before the people of the state, it is to be seen how the Saffron Party tides over the difficulties and succeeds.
आमर जो कमिटमेंट प्रतिश्रुतिबद्धता अच्छी ये राज्यवासी से कमिटमेंट भावना नहीं आम आग को जीवु और निश्चय सफल हबु आम राज्य पंचायत निर्वाचन संपन्न हो एवं 2016 शेष पर्याय को निश्चित भाव से प्रक्रिया आरंभ हो
2016 रो आह्वान होछि आमे पंचायत स्तर पर्यंत ओल्हेइछु एबे एवं आम संगठन प्रस्तुत ए लड़ई को आगो को बढ़ेबा पाई लोकंक लड़ई को लोकंक संगे रही आगो को बढ़ेबा पाई 2017 पंचायत निर्वाचन आगे रे
2016 रे सांगठनिक निर्वाचन आमर सरिला परे 2017 रो जिला परिषद पंचायत निर्वाचन पाई प्रस्तुति करिवो आ ता संगे संगे 2019 रो विधानसभा लोकसभा निर्वाचन
Coastal parts of the state along with Denkanal, Ongul and Jajpur are likely to experience dense fog for another 3 days, a release issued by the Met Department said. Dry weather conditions is likely to prevail till December 6 in the state, the report added. Though the intensity of cold is on the wane since the last week of December, Fulbani recorded a lowest temperature of 8.5 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, Bhubaneswar has recorded a highest temperature of 17.2 degrees Celsius. Before wrapping up, the headlines once again. For the first time in Odisha, the State Finance Department decides to seek public opinion before preparing budget for ensuing financial year. Union Tribal Affairs Minister Jewel Oram drops bombshell, saying Odisha government should thank the centre for letting itself off the hook in CBI probe in cheat fund and mine scams. Senior IAS officer Devraj Mishra lands in fresh trouble after centre seeks report from state government about his role in regularization of consolidated teaching staff in Utkal University. 6 corporators of Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation whose names figured in the NFSA list apply for online cancellation of their ration cards. And Odisha government decides to implement e-prison system in 91 jails across state. Submits project report to the union government. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.